The no-hitter, one of the biggest achievements a major league pitcher could accomplish, right below a perfect game and a complete game World Series win. To date, there have only been 317 no-hitters thrown in Major League Baseball's history. Nolan Ryan owns some of those no-hitters, along with Sandy Koufax and Justin Verlander have been thrown 3. But the question I pose to you is this. What if there was a pitcher that every time he took the mound, he had a chance to throw one? A guy that only threw 93 miles an hour when he first got to the bigs. A guy that teammates in college said he didn't even want to play as a pitcher in the big leagues. In 2013, the New York Mets would draft a tall, skinny pitcher from Stetson's University in the 9th round, not knowing that this kid would one day be regarded as the potential GOAT of all Major League pitchers of all time. In fact, this kid threw an under-league average fastball, clocking it at only 93.5 miles an hour. Fast forward a little over a year, and Jacob deGrom is making his first start against the in-town rival New York Yankees. Jacob will go 7 strong, allowing a single run and fanning 6. By the end of the season, Jacob deGrom would have pitched so well, it landed him Rookie of the Year and make a few eyes around the league take notice. By the end of the 2017 season, something was happening to Jacob deGrom that was really starting to raise some questions. And no, it wasn't the fact that he wanted to remain a shortstop in college and was now becoming one of the best young pitchers in the majors. It was the fact that from 2013 to 2017, Jacob deGrom's velocity on his fastball was gradually ticking upwards. By the end of the 2017 season, Jacob's fastball would have gone up from 93.5 miles an hour all the way to 96 miles per hour flat. At the end of the 2018 season, Jacob deGrom would go on to cement himself as one of the very best pitchers in the league by winning his first Cy Young Award. With a 10-9 record, a ridiculous 1.70 ERA, with 269 strikeouts and 217 innings pitched. Yeah, you heard me, a 1.70 ERA. But Jacob deGrom was not even close to being done, because in 2019 he'd win his second Cy Young Award, with an 11-8 record, posting a 2.43 ERA, along with 255 strikeouts and 204 innings pitched. But the ridiculousness hasn't even begun yet, because in 2021, Jacob deGrom would go on to have arguably one of the best seasons, if not the best season, through nearly 100 innings pitched the sport has ever seen, posting a 7-2 record with a mind-boggling 1.08 ERA and 146 strikeouts to only 11 walks given up. What? To put this season of Jacob deGrom's into perspective, we need to look at Bob Gibson's 1968 season. That is the lowest ERA ever recorded in the modern ball era. An ERA of 1.12 was achieved through 304 innings pitched. Jacob deGrom was on pace to smash that record with a sub-1 ERA at over 200 innings pitched. But the madness does not stop there, because Jacob deGrom's fastball yet again had people wondering because it had spiked in velocity again. It was up to 99.2 miles an hour, almost 6 miles an hour better than when he came into the league at with a 93.5 mile per hour fastball. Scouts, players, and coaches were searching for the answer as to how it was possible that he was able to add so much velocity this late into his career. In order to understand the massive gain of velocity Jacob's gotten since entering the league, you need to understand a few things first. Even when he was in college and he was just starting to pitch, Jacob deGrom has always paid attention to his mechanics and always tried to master them. In fact, this is one of the things that scouts in the major leagues noticed whenever they were scouting out Jacob deGrom in college. And secondly, because of Jacob's athleticism and his ability to keep himself balanced on the mound while going through his windup and delivery, he's been able to consistently add spin rate onto his pitches and have a constant delivery and windup, which has helped him turn up the heat the past 4 years. This, along with Jacob deGrom's ability to command his pitches and place them basically wherever he wants consistently, has forced batters to live on the edges of the strike zone where Jacob likes to attack. And the hard part for batters is laying off deGrom's 94 mile per hour plus slider has become one of the best in the game. On August 31st, Jacob deGrom and the Mets were playing the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, this is one of those rare matchups where you get the best offensive baseball in the Dodgers versus the best pitcher in the universe in Jacob deGrom. And to say that Jacob deGrom dominated would be an understatement. The Dodgers, who came into this game averaging 5.4 runs a game, batting .262 as a team, while leading the league in on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS as a club. And oh yeah, they were the best fastball hitting team in the league. Yeah, Jacob didn't care about any of that. Jacob would go 7 innings, allow just 1 run off the long ball, while allowing 3 hits and a single walk. He struck out 9, but here's the crazy part. He not only no-hit them through 4 1/3, this was Jacob deGrom's 17th no-hitter he has carried into the 5th inning or later. Dodgers Mookie Betts had to say this about facing Jacob deGrom after his performance against the Dodgers that night.
Facing Jacob deGrom, what was the biggest challenge or takeaway that you guys have from what you saw from him today?
I mean, I don't even know how to really answer it. I mean, he's pretty much the best, maybe the best to ever pitch. So it's a tough task, but we did all right.
What is the most difficult part of facing him? Is it the fastball? Is it sliders? Is it all of it?
All of it. I mean, all of it, and he just kind of lives on the edge too. And so then he, has 101. It's kind of when he does leave it out over the plate, you swing and miss or you foul it off. So it's very hard to hit off him.
Out of 204 starts, Jacob deGrom has carried a no-hitter into the 5th inning or later 17 times in his career. That's nearly 10% of all his career starts having the chance to be a no-hitter. That is just... Hold on, let me find a word for it. Okay, here we go. It's just implausible. It's just inconceivable what this man has been doing for the past 5 seasons. Jacob deGrom is now entering rarefied air with each performance he goes out there to give us. As his career continues, he's shown, barring injury, he's nearly unhittable at his position. He may have a sub-2 career ERA with over 1,500 innings pitched when it's all said and done, and that is just mind-boggling. I want you all to take a second and appreciate the greatness that has been on display with Jacob deGrom in each one of his pitching performances he's been giving us. Because when it's all said and done, he may go down as the greatest pitcher to ever put the mitt on.
Hey, thank you for rocking out tonight. You could be anywhere in the world. You're right here. And I got my special guest, Unhittable man.
Yeah, we bringing this all from the Keystone State.
Chilling in the Empire State. So we run the entire